Hey guys, welcome in. If you're new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie, and if you are returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. May say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate. Leave everything else behind. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. You can go straight to my website, EnlightenedAuntie.com, and book a session with me. I am still currently running a special for live sessions for 1/11/11. That's running until the end of the month. So get in where you fit in. Slots are limited. All right, so let's jump in. I've already pulled like my opening cards while I was trying to figure out which deck I wanted to use to clarify these. And from what it almost feels like almost like a continuation from the last reading. I'm using a whole different deck and everything. So it kind of looks like there's someone really upset, disappointed. They may even be kind of trying to hide it, trying to hide their emotions as you make your exit. And what's really interesting is I have it in two spaces, in the current energy and part of the lesson. Like somebody is having to watch you walk away. You've made a decision, you're standing very firm on it. I feel like you're in a space now where you're very happy, you're protecting your peace. You've gone through a major transformation within yourself. And I kind of get the impression that the person that's watching you, the energy that I'm getting off of their obstacle is the fact that the way I originally heard it was like they want things to go back to the way they were, like the good old days. And for me, I'm feeling as though those good old days in their eyes is not necessarily good old days for you. And it does give me the energy of like they're clinging on to this. Very well could be a mother energy. Okay. Um, it's kind of like if you were someone who this is really interesting. This is I don't really use this deck very often, but the imagery is gnarly. I feel like someone's really struggling. If this is a mother energy, it feels like they're really struggling because you appear to, if you have children, and this ain't for everybody, okay? But if you have children, it almost feels like you epitomize the mother that they should have been. And I am getting a strange sense of like nostalgia and shoulda coulda wouldas. And I feel like it's kind of interesting because I don't get like a sadness over here. It looks more like envy, but um you know what's interesting? This feels to me like this person may have had an opportunity to like heal themselves, heal the connection. Like maybe you were the portal, the way I heard it was the portal to their healing. So maybe you chose to go on your healing journey. This person chose to be very connected to, I heard, the earthly realm. Okay. So this person may have decided to stay connected to the earthly world, earthly realm. I want to say they're really deep in their emotions right now. Very unhappy. Displeasure was the word that I heard, and it's because it feels like you're following your north node. You're following your bliss. You're in a good space. You're moving on. You're like, I'm leaving all this shit behind me. I don't care. You may have been this person's portal to healing, and even this transition of like, say, you moving away from it, maybe that was also a part of, because I think I've talked about this in other readings, where this actually goes back a while. When I say goes back a while, this goes back a couple of years, because this kind of reminds me of certain themes that I was discussing in the collective readings like maybe 2 years ago, where You may have elected to move on. You started working on your healing or whatever. And your exit was supposed to absolutely trigger this person, but it was meant to trigger them into a space of healing. And instead, what it turned into was not that. They chose, instead of like looking at the situation, understanding why you made your exit, instead they internalized it, and then they became angry. So then you ended up becoming a target because now they're pissed off because you walked away from them, when really this was an opportunity for them to heal, and you were the catalyst. You were to be the catalyst for that healing. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Yeah, you walked away, and I feel like the part of the reason why you walked away from the connection, it may have felt very, um, it may have felt loveless. It may have lacked a certain level of like emotional support, effort on somebody else's part. And I feel like instead of you lamenting, yeah, this is very similar to the last reading. Instead of you lamenting over like instead of lamenting over the fact of, like what you didn't get or what you didn't get out of the connection, or what you didn't receive, if this is a mothering energy, instead of lamenting over the fact that, your mother didn't treat you, whatever, I think you just decided you took a look at, instead of looking back at the history of your relationship, you may have looked at it from a more, grounded space of, this is what's happening right here and now. Yes, childhood may have sucked. Yes, everything else in those early years, yeah, they all may have been bad. But we're talking about here and now. And I feel like you decided, you know what, maybe it would be a better investment of my time and energy to focus on myself and to focus on cultivating relationships and situations that were a little bit more in alignment with me. And I feel like this person, this mothering energy, they were really worried about the possibilities and potential of you actually leaving. They didn't want you to go. And I'm also thinking too, it's kind of like you decided, because it looks very much like this person, they are kind of stuck in the past. And maybe you just choose not to live in that energy. Okay. Collective, you may have chosen an unconventional route or an unconventional method. You may lean more on the spiritual, less on the religious dogma. And that's kind of where you found your peace. That's where you found your happiness and your contentment. hmm Yeah. You may not have been able to, like, say if you were raised in like a really, and this is not for everybody, okay? Maybe if you were raised in a deeply religious home, we'll say, um, there may have been elements of that didn't seem to make sense for you. And so because it didn't make sense for you, you chose not to like pursue it. So maybe you chose to like walk away from the church in order to find something that was a little bit more resonant with who you are. Yeah, you chose something else. Mm. I'm also kind of getting the energy too that this mothering energy may have felt or may feel somewhat let down by the fact that you chose not to pursue like a more traditional religious path. Yeah. I do get the sense here that this person, like I said, you've moved on. This person is having a difficult time accepting the fact that you've moved on and that you're happy without them. That's one of their biggest hurdles right here. I mean, this is part of the lesson though. They're really struggling with the understanding that like you don't feel rejected and abandoned. You don't feel like you're actually okay. They don't like that. Okay, remember I said you were supposed to be the portal to their healing. Your exit was supposed to trigger some type of healing where they would start to look at themselves, kind of address their own deficiencies, address themselves, right? But instead, this person's been trying to work. I feel like they had worked really hard to try, and I am getting sense here that they may have even tried to kind of like diminish the work that you've done on yourself or just diminish you as a whole. And regardless, you still managed to persevere through whatever people had been accusing you of, whatever lies or rumors had been spread. You didn't, I get the energy here that you did not feel the need, or there was no need for you to try to defend yourself. You just stayed focused on your happiness. And I feel like you, again, like I said, you're following your north node. You were very focused on what it was that you do want and versus what it is that you don't want. And what you chose to do is you chose not to feed, I heard feed the beast. You chose not to continue feeding into a situation or a relationship that felt very one-sided and even kind of conditional. And I also feel as though even upon your exit, when you made the decision, like I said, you didn't feel any, I don't think you felt any need to even defend the decision that you made to walk away or move away from the situation. All you did was, and I also get the sense too with just with this particular card, I feel like the healing that you found, you may be, you may have a public platform, so there may be the ability, somebody may have the ability to see your progress and see your growth. You may also be talking about what it is that you've experienced, and by doing that, it kind of brings about that healing. It also brings about a certain level of attention to you and to this person. And again, like I said, there was like, I kind of get this energy of like some jealousy because there's something here. You could very well be doing something online. I get the fact that you may also have someone here who, um, oh, this is a lot. I normally don't, like I said, I normally don't use this deck, but I'm looking at the art and I'm like, oh, this is a lot. So whatever it is that you're doing, or whatever it is whatever you do that makes you happy, or whatever you've been doing that makes you happy, if you're doing something on a public platform where people can actually see you, I feel like this energy, somebody's like hating on it. And the crazy part about it is they're hating on you. They're hating on you because of what you know. And the way I heard it was what you know and your method of learning. Take that how it resonates. Because that was real specific. It's about the method of learning. It's about the way that you do things, or the way that you learn things, or you may know more than what you let on. Like, these folks don't know how because what I'm seeing is they may not have even known that you well. let's just say this, you know way more than what they ever thought you knew. I also feel like you're very open about it. Like you may share what you know with other people as well. Tower at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Okay. I hope nobody heard my stomach growling right now. Okay, collective. I feel like, yeah, you chose to walk away, and when you walked away, look at that, the same energy that's on the side. You made a decision to walk away, but by you choosing to walk away, it led you directly to the happiness that you were seeking, because you couldn't find that happiness being near this person, and they're upset because they don't like. I don't think that this. Yeah, so they don't like being alone. If they're alone, they don't like it. And they do feel very much on the outside. Okay. Now, I think in the last reading I talked about it. I was like, there could absolutely be somebody that's investigating. And that was a word, that was the key word that kept coming out, investigating, because that's what I kept hearing. There could be somebody, because I'm, see, what the thing is, this person they never thought that you would take the initiative. That's a key component too. They never thought you would actually take the initiative to like move away from this thing, to move away from the relationship dynamic. I am getting a mother energy. This very well could be a mother energy. And I feel like that part of the reason why, like, I do feel like there's some, like, if there's some distance between you and your mother, I kind of feel like part of the reason why there's distance there is because the mother figure doesn't know how to be like transparent. Like this, like I'm looking at this particular card, and this, I'd show it, but there's nudity here. The mother figure is completely like she's covered, but the her daughter is not, like she's completely like butt ass naked. And it's like, I'm here being myself, I'm here being transparent, but this mother figure does not know how to operate in that same energy. So there's always going to be a little distance between them because one of the two does not know how to be transparent and open. The one that's leaning next to this hermit in the reverse, they don't want to, she doesn't want to be alone. She never banked on this. She never thought that she would have to be alone. I feel like she thought, hmm, I kind of get the energy. This is weird. I'm getting a lot off of this side. I kind of get the energy here that what she thought she was doing was causing alienation around you so that you'd have no one else around you but them. And that's not what's happening. And they're very, very unhappy, devastated, and heartbroken by the separation. Meanwhile, you're getting public attention. If you're coupled, I feel like if you are coupled, I feel like there is support. There are people that, I mean, this could be your like spirit team or whatever, it could be your ancestors, but it literally could be people on the outside that are not necessarily a party to this situation, but they're kind of watching it from a distance. They're watching things unfold. And if you are coupled, I do feel as though you may have someone here. And the way I heard it was like you have a partner here who is very gentle with you because of what you've already been through. I don't know who I'm talking to here today. But you do have onlookers, and I feel like these onlookers are really cheering you on. They're in support of your union, and they're really, really lending in this supportive energy. Like It's kind of like when you know somebody who's had a really tough life and you see them struggling. I mean, you may not necessarily have the ability to like assist them or help them or anything, but you know, you're kind of watching somebody transform and you see how their lives have transformed. You do have people that are cheering you on quietly from the sidelines. Mhm. I also see here too where oh, I love it. Oh, collective, I love this. Even in the separation, you know what's really, and I think the other thing that's really vexing this mother energy is the fact that you have been incredibly silent in terms of what's really going on or what has transpired. I feel like I'm talking to somebody here who it's kind of like whatever you're doing, especially if you're an entrepreneur, because I do have entrepreneurial energy out here. The thing that I see, I love that these are two. Oh, I love all these that are connected because what people are seeing, they see your independence, they see how strong you are, they see that you're somebody who is very creative, you're very charming, everybody loves you. People like you're the kind of person that has a personality that is very magnetizing. Like you draw people in with your, I just got chills. You draw people in because of your personality, because of the light that you carry and the confidence that you wear. Like people see that and they're highly attracted to it because confidence is very sexy. Okay. And so, like I said, you may have a partner who is very gentle with you, very caring. You're very quiet. And I'm getting the sense that he's not only is your partner very protective of you, um, you keep that aspect of your life very private. So, your business, if you have a business or you're a business owner, you keep your process very private. If you have a relationship, you keep that very private. Yes, you every now and then you might drop a picture or a hint of a picture or something on social media, but primarily when it comes to like the ins and outs of your life and your relationship, you keep those things very, very private. And all people see you doing is working, persevering, pushing through. You're just doing it. Keep going. I love it. This is good energy. I love it. Oh, look. I love, what is this, the Ten of Cups? Yes. I love the fact that you elected, I said they never expected you to do this. I feel like you chose to move in a direction that was more supportive of your overall life goals and your dreams, your 10 of Cups. You stop dealing with situations and yes, look at that. You stop dealing with situations and relationships where you felt like you just couldn't get on the same playing field. Like there was no seeing eye to eye. You could never, you know, no matter what you did or whatever you said, like there was just it. I heard an axe to grind. I don't know how that fits here, but they never saw this coming. They were trying to prevent you from moving on. And what they did not see is that you chose to keep going. You chose to go. They never saw that coming. Yeah. You made an executive decision to move towards new cycles, new opportunities, new endeavors. And all this person can do is watch you from the sidelines, child. They are watching. Like I said, back up here, they're kind of looking back at their life because this person is stuck in this person right here is stuck in the past. They're stuck in the past. And it really feels like I said, over here you were supposed to be the portal to their healing. They chose, instead of healing, they just chose to be mad about your exit instead of doing anything to fix. Yeah, just look at they're just they. And it's interesting because they are having a really hard time letting the past go. they're having a really hard time letting the past go. So instead, they're just watching you. And now, if you and here's the thing too, I also feel like if you are a business owner or if you are a creative, I do kind of get the sense here that you've got somebody who's watching you, trying to figure out what you're working on or what your next move is going to be, because they're trying to figure out a way to block it. Collective, keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. Keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. Because what it's doing is it's just hammering in extra nails to their own coffin. This relationship is over. It's like they spent their time focusing on ways to like block you, to prevent you from moving on, to, I heard, hold you captive. Like this person doesn't want you to, they did not want you to move on. They spent more time being focused on that instead of focusing on their life, focusing on what they needed to focus on. And what you were doing was you were focusing on minding your business, focusing on the happiness that, like, on focusing on your 10 of cups. And you're getting that. You're getting the 10 of cups. Why? Because you've been diligently focused on the goal. The goal was to get to that 10 of cups. You've been focused on that. You're making your way. Ooh, I gotta eat. My stomach is growling. Yeah, like they don't have no choice but to just watch you from a distance. They may even be stalking your channel. Like if you have a channel or something like that, or public, like if you're on socials, they're like stalking your shit. They're stalking your shit. Okay, remember when I said, I think I've said this before, because that's what this looks like. It almost feels like they wanted you to be on the outside, but they're on the outside. They don't like being on the outside. Okay, that's number one. They don't like that you're so perseverant, that you, and whatever it is, like even if they've tried to like have you shadow banned, even if they tried to spread gossip and rumors and lies about you, call you lazy and all this other shit, what people are actually seeing, because if this person was talking about you didn't know nothing, and that, like I said, they don't know what you know. They don't even know how you know what you know. Whatever it is that you do, whatever you're, damn near expert at, they don't know how you know this stuff. Child, that just means they don't even know you. And instead of them looking at you as being some like this whole side says lazy piece of shit. Instead, what people are actually seeing, they're actually seeing the fruits of your labor. Everything that you've been doing to get yourself to where you are, people can see all that. And they can tell this person appears a hater. This feels very much like someone trying to prevent you. Like I said, if you are partnered over here, because these are the same people. If you are partnered, what this feels like, it's like they wanted you. I don't know, this is weird. It feels like a lot of projection. Because this feels like somebody telling lies or whatever, like, telling lies about you that you're unable to defend yourself because you're not in the room that these people are telling lies in, right? But this portion down here, it feels very much like all this did was alienate them, and it allowed you to redirect your focus back onto your relationship. So you might have been in a dynamic where, say, if this is a mother, sister, whoever, grandmother, whoever, mother-in-law, because this is a strong feminine energy. And it don't even have to be a woman. Hell, just, you know. But what this feels like, it feels as though when you elected to move away from this situation, it allowed you to spend more time focusing on, like I said, focusing on the things that make you happy, focusing on the things that you wanted to focus on. And I feel like this allowed you also to put more work into your relationship. This could even be about you putting more work, like taking the steps, putting in the effort to build your own foundation. To create something for yourself. This also feels like you actually putting in the work to work on your relationship as well. Like it allowed you, like if you were dealing with a parental figure who wanted all of the attention and wanted everything to be centered around them, that they wanted to be centered around them, and for you to like not pay attention to your own children or your own family, not pay attention to your own spouse or your own partner, they wanted all of the attention. Remember, I said over here, it's almost like they wanted this weird alienation kind of energy to where you would end up having like, it goes both ways, because it's kind of like you would end up alienating the people that you love in order to take care of or focus on them, and then it would eventually make people just kind of like walk away from you, because then you're not able to give to them in the way that it's meant to. Child, this is a whole ass mess. But what it did, I like how this is working out though, because what it did was it allowed you the opportunity to really pour into relationships that were reciprocating. You were dealing with somebody who just wanted to take from you, and you've got a partner or someone in your life who genuinely wants to give to you, who genuinely loves you, who genuinely wants to, care for you and take care of you. This mother figure, mother-in-law, sister, grandmother, whoever the hell this woman is, she didn't want to do that. She just wanted off of herself. What I say? This was not unconditional love, baby. Not yes. Look at that. Yes, look at that. And the winds of change came swiftly. The moment you redirected your attention back onto your partnership, back on, and when you decided, yeah, this person just wanted, you decided to release the past, work on your present, release the past. Because I also see here where it's being witnessed. It's either being witnessed or you are witnessing, like the person that you were dealing with, this hater person up here, was never really loyal to you anyway. And now that the change of winds are here, and the wheel of fortune is in the upright for you, now this other person is like really unhappy. They're feeling very shaky now. But the thing is that this person may have rejected, I said this in the last reading, this person may have rejected you in the past. And so by you making a choice to like, now you're rejecting them, that's justice. That's fair. That's how it works. Listen, the world and the seven of wands at the bottom of the deck. Somebody is worried that this shit is over. It's over. And they're feeling all out of sorts. They're feeling trapped. And they want to come toward you with some kind of an apology, but it's a lie, child. It's a lie. They see that they can't win against you. So now it's kind of like, if I can't beat them, join them. Nah, no, don't. Because they want to come towards you. But like I said, this situation is done. Because everything around them is just lies. So I wouldn't even, child, I wouldn't entertain it. Oh. Okay, let's see. Where are we time-wise? I'm like, let's do one quick pass. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you made your decision. You made your decision and you're happy with the decision that you made. So I feel like this person, um, it's interesting because they're very upset that you moved away from this thing, but I feel like you're in a very grounded space. You're working on yourself. You're doing all the things that you're being divinely guided to do, and you were guided literally to walk away from this situation. Time to go. I heard, if I'm being perfectly honest, if you're being perfectly honest, yeah, you're walking away. And the thing is that you've come to a space of acceptance that this relationship or this connection, this person, your mother, your sister, your aunt, your grandmother, whoever this woman is, you've come to the realization and accept the fact that you and this person are not the same. You are not alike, and you understand that. You understand that. And just because you're related to each other by blood, I'm a real big fan of, I'm only fucking with the family that I've created, not the one that I came from, because those people are not like me. They don't even really know me. And nobody has ever taken the time outside of, like, literally, I think only thing that my, like, people from my past or people that grew up with me, the context that they can talk about all spans up all through my younger years. I'm 52 years old. Y'all can't tell me about me right now, then we ain't got nothing to talk about, because nobody's ever really taken the time. And even over the years, I would say, like, at least the last 20 years of me trying to express myself and really show people who I am, nobody really took interest, and everybody was constantly just like, trying to make me shut up, because nobody was really trying to hear anything Tam had to say. Okay, that's cool. But don't claim to know me and you don't know me. Y'all trying to figure out how I know what I know. Don't worry about that. Y'all need to figure out your own lives. It's a lot of that over here. Y'all need to figure out your own lives. Let's grab this stack. Ooh, bottom of the deck. They're jealous of your light. Somebody acted foolishly in haste. The month of June may be of significance. Could be dealing with a Gemini or a Cancer. Someone will protect your honor. I love it. The truth is being exposed. They know that you don't need them. You are divinely guided to choose expansion. A brother may be of significance. You could be a brother, it could be your brother. Somebody's been trying to affect your crown chakra. That's why I'm wearing a hat today. Somebody is stuck in a mindset. Illness is part of their karma. We have jealous family members here. Somebody is jealous of your light. A father figure. Somebody refuses to change. Pisces may be of significance. Somebody is getting instant karma. The exposure of sins is being played out. I have refusal to change here twice. So somebody is very, very stuck in their ways. We have a liar and a thief and a baby daddy. You are unbothered and only focused on yourself. We like it. Somebody misjudged you. We have siblings out here. Somebody's not a team player. Whatever love was left is now gone. There's a stolen inheritance. Sister may be of significance. Family. Child. Somebody says, I have regrets for what I've done, and Spirit is telling you not to be afraid. Somebody is grieving the loss of you. hit the end of the road. Your ex may be involved. Somebody does things with an expectation of what they'll get in return. So we've got siblings, sister, brother, father, family, baby daddy, a Pisces, a Gemini, a Cancer, jealous family members, family. So your family is definitely playing a part in this. And a stolen inheritance is where my eye is right now. Like stolen inheritance is where my eye is right now. And remember, inheritance doesn't always have to be monetary. It could be like a spiritual inheritance. Very well, it could be a spiritual inheritance because that way that the win for that is like you have a spiritual inheritance, say you read cards or whatever. Your monetization of that particular gift is how you earn more of that. Okay, so also keep that in mind. I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonate for you, give you clarity or confirmation over your own situation, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. Thank you guys so much for all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, and super thanks. If you follow me over here from TikTok or Instagram or Captain Reid, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting my work. I love you guys. Continue to support each other in the comments. And continue to love on yourself the way that I love you. All right. Have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, weekend, and or year, whenever you happen to catch this. Take care.